I am back, and I'm ready. I'm gonna double check if the nerds are ready. Go, go! They made me the host, which is fine by me. Mitchy, aka Michnek, is ready. Take a look at the ladder profiles very quick. Ooh, seems like he had a tough time on the ladder. What does Nitix at? 5-3 or something? Ooh. Okay. Seems like they've both been having a tough time at the ladder, because I've both seen them be quite a bit higher than that, but let's see. When I made this match, Michnek first said, "Isn't Nitix retired Bulgarian Zerg?" I was like, yes. He's like, "So are you sure this is a good match? Because he was good a long time ago." I said, "Well, I don't know, but I think theoretically this should be a good match." He said, "But it will be 3-0 for me." I was like, oh! First I thought he was afraid. Then he said he was going to 3-0. So I was like, all right, well. Show me. You show up and you're 3-0, mate. Then you've done your job. A better job than me. I think historically, PvZ is not a matchup that Michnek really shines in. He is a very aggressive Protoss, and that kind of pays off in PvP to some degree. It can definitely work against Terran. I think against Zergs, especially once they pick up on the fact that you are rather aggressive, I think that's the matchup where you're going to struggle the most. But thoughts on the new F1 liveries? I'll be honest, I've been a little bit disappointed. They're all very black. I haven't seen one livery that I'm really in love with. I think Mercedes did an okay job. I think Ferrari did an okay job. Red Bull is Red Bull. All the other ones, the Aston Martin is okay-ish, but not loving them. But that's okay. Hopefully the season will be ready. Alright, Nitix is ready. I said ready, but I meant awesome. Both of the nerds are ready. Let's do it. Second series of the night. 80 buckies for the winner, 20 buckies for the loser. A PvZ. We, of course, have a PvZ main event later tonight as well. Max, Pax, and Rainer are going to try to give us an awesome best of 5. I don't know why Hardlet... Oh, there it is. I was like, I don't know why it's gone. I've never seen that, guys. That is like black in the beginning, and then suddenly the map image loads in. The kick card, though. I'm not a massive fan of the kick one. I'm not loving the Alpha Tauri at all, aka the Visa Cash App racing Red Bulls. McLaren is so to me. I don't know. But hey, if the races are awesome, I'll be happy. I'm also very excited to race again with my friends. It's been a while. I haven't played F1 in forever. So I am kind of excited. Mostly looking forward to F1 24, but we'll do a couple races with the old game. It doesn't hurt. Second series of the night.
Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight!
Top left side of Hardlet. We are looking at the main base of the man who wants to play every single week. It's been a little while since I've invited him. I want to say at least like 15 weeks or so. He can show us if he has improved a little. This is Michnek, Ukrainian Protoss player. Peaked, I think, at 5.5k. Currently 5.2. Bottom right side, a man who's sending out not one but 2 drones. I don't know what that is all about. I guess we're going to go hatch into... What, I don't know what this is. This doesn't seem very good for your economy, but okay. Maybe proxy hatch? Bottom right side. It's been forever since I got to cast him in a game. He used to be over 6,000 MMR. But Starcraft is brutal if you haven't played in a while. Bulgarian Zerg, Nitix. I'm thinking, by the way, is this the first time ever that we even have a Bulgarian playing in the Big Brain Bouts? Can't really think of any other Bulgarian that we have invited. I'm wondering if I'm forgetting someone that's very obvious, but... So yeah, I guess it's going to be hatchery into a proxy hatch into a spawning pool. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is meant to be cheesy, aggressive, or if it is like a macro-oriented opening. Oh, he's just gonna hatch block. Ooh, okay, and he got set off. Well, this might be very good right now. Let's see how Michnek is gonna deal with this. I guess we chrono boost out a Zealot. He needs a pylon, by the way. People often forget, and with people I mean myself, forget their second pylon when this kind of stuff happens. Okay, he's not forgetting it. Could have maybe built it a tiny bit quicker, but I think it's okay. Roddy, were you okay at Kato? You look pale great to me, or was it just too much makeup? I was totally okay in Kato, mate. I felt very good every single day. I personally think I did an alright job as well. I was not unhappy with my performance. They did give me a lot of makeup, but that's just because I'm old and ugly. But yes, I was okay. I want to say thank you for asking, but I never really know how to take those comments. Ronnie, were you okay? You looked like you were dying. I was like, well, I guess. The hatchery got cancelled. We have not taken an extractor, but that extractor is not going to get finished up. So overall, obviously, Nitix, I guess, off to an okay-ish start. Hatchery is already done in his own natural. The Nexus is kind of late. Michnek has also not dropped any tech yet. Is going to go for a Stargate. I don't know him as much of an Oracle player. It kind of feels that Oracle is the only thing that really makes sense here. Unless he goes for one Void Ray into like 8 gates and Zealots with charge and +1. I think that's a build that's right up his alley. Sarah was never okay with his performance. I think Sarah was pretty happy with his performance. I think he said that it's hard to do a whole lot better than what he did this time. And I think we can all agree with that. I don't think that I said that, Ian Blue. Maybe that happened in a different channel. I mean, I obviously prefer it if you guys are nice. But I'm not going to force you to be positive about anything. If you guys don't feel positive about Stormgate or Zero Space, you're okay to voice your opinion. It would be nice if you do that in a nice way, not in a, hey, the game looks like trash, it's a mobile game, blah, blah, blah. That's obviously not really the kind of comments I look forward to, but I'm not going to force you to be overly positive if that's not what you're feeling. And I haven't timed out anybody who said anything that I don't necessarily agree with. He's referring to Piggy's stream? Okay. It is okay. Sport Crawler Double Queen is looking pretty good so far in the main base. Thank you to Lisak for the 35 months. I guess the one thing that I in general don't like, as this Oracle is gonna find some drone damage, is it is okay for you not to be excited. I don't really mind that. As this Oracle is gonna die, by the way. Good job, Steph Curry, the queen from downtown. Steph still has it. What I don't like, and it doesn't matter if it's about Stormgate or even Starcraft 2 in its current day and age, is that if you don't like it, that's okay. But it's very annoying when people try to force their opinion upon others, where it's like, I don't like it, so you liking it is wrong. Like, that's the kind of shit where I draw the line, because I just find that really stupid. Let people enjoy whatever they enjoy. If you don't like StarCraft right now for whatever reason, that's fine. But telling other people that they shouldn't play or shouldn't enjoy it, I find so stupid. And that goes for any other game that's still being developed as well. Overall, I think pretty good defense here by Nitix. He will lose a few drones, but not that many. 49 workers against 49 workers. Very quick fourth base. Killed one of the oracles. I think Nitix is playing pretty good. I don't think there is anything to be ultra unhappy with. He's floating a little too much. Probably should start spending some of that money. Can obviously start queuing up +1 missile attacks in the near future. Roach speed. Lair is done. I think he's playing quite alright. Going for a Baneling nest. We also have a Roach Warren. 9 more drones. It is important that eventually you get to making some battle units. But so far so good, I think, for the Bulgarian. Also drops the Spire, so he's just dropping everything. I feel like this is a bit of an unnecessary Spire. I like Spires in this matchup. But his opponent is going Blinkstalkers, is going for +1. That doesn't mean a Spire is bad. But I actually think with the quick 4-base setup and the economic lead that Nitix can create for himself, I think you make the game easier if you just make a couple roaches, go up to 75, 80 drones. Spam roaches, lings, ravages, banelings, and then maybe later go for a Spire. His ling run by is good though, gets the kill on the shield battery as well. Do we have any chess talent in this chat? Don't wanna brag, guys, but I am currently 208 elo in Blitz, so you can consider me a bit of an expert. 208 and counting, baby. Hey, I've been able to get a couple wins. How is that possible? Do you know how hard 3-minute chess is? Oh my god, there's so many. We have a couple of Banelings, guys. 14 probes going down. As we took a little look at these stalkers and you guys bullying me over my low chess rating. 14 probes go down to a couple Banes without Baneling speed. That's pretty good. Can Nitix now crank out enough units? I kind of think the answer is yes, because he already has a lot of units. He's queuing up 4 Mutas. Once more, very weird moment to, I think, queue up 4 Mutas. It is important that you... What is it? What are we doing? We're doing everything? Dropper Lords with Queens as well? Like, Nitix is cooking, man. Our Bulgarian Zerg is doing like 4 different builds through each other over here. And I think theoretically this game should look very good for him. But I don't know if it will actually look good in the end. He is going to grab a couple Stalkers here with these Zerglings that don't have +1 melee yet. But that was an okay-ish trade. I think I started at 800. You start at 800, but that's provisional elo. So if you lose in the beginning, you lose like 100 points. What did Rainer do? Rainer will be the final series of the night. Should start around 9 p.m. Central European time, which is 3 p.m. on the East Coast, noon on the West Coast. Could be earlier, could be later. We're gonna watch this best of 5. Then there is another best of 5 between 2 incredibly good young Europeans that I'm very excited for. Roddy, I'll play you. We can play. I played some chess with Pi. We were both very bad. He won slightly more than I did, but it was competitive. These Mutas, by the way, are also competitive. At the same time, Link's going for a surround in the center of the map. I mean, Nitix is doing a bit of everything, and it's kind of working, guys. It is kind of working. Double kill. Oh, baby.
Double kill.
Nitix still got it. The man just killed 2 oracles with a couple of ravages in the center of the map. And it's Nitix who takes the 1-0 lead after 9 minutes of gaming. Yeah, honestly, pretty good game. Little confusing. In general, I think with Zerg, you need to be like a little more decisive. But hey, a win is a win. 64 workers, a couple Banes, a couple Roaches, couple Links, couple Ravages, couple Mutas, and it worked. Michi is Michnek, Ukrainian Protoss. You know him, Hydra. For sure you know him. He's also played a couple of times already in the Big Brain Bouts. You got your entries. We have a giveaway, guys. I don't know if it's the same Katowice giveaway or if it's a different giveaway, but exclamation mark giveaway. I know you guys love winning stuff. You guys can get hats. I always feel kind of bad whenever I have to sign a hat. Because it's like, Zero is like, yeah, people want that. Trigger, I'm like, people want that. Rainer, people want that. And then Basqui's like, Roddy, can you sign it too? I'm like, oh god. I've just lowered the MMR average on this cap by like 500. Like, I feel like these 3 are not like the other, but I have signed a lot of hats and I'm sure you guys can win a couple. You reached 1806. I mean, I don't know what my chess elo would be if I don't play 3 minutes. I am very, very, very bad in chess. But I have lost a lot of games that I was winning because I ran out of time. So that has lowered my rating a lot. I basically went from not playing chess since elementary school. By the way, our boy still has confidence. He's whispering me that will be a 3-1. Still has confidence. Down 0-1. But he still has confidence. Who is the most popular? That is definitely Cyril, mate. I am very happy that a lot of you guys have enjoyed whatever I've done on Twitch over all these years. Whether it's casting on different channels or my own channel or playing ladder games. But I think we can all agree unanimously that Cyril is the most popular Starcraft 2 player out there. Cyril can literally go live right now on Twitch, have a 10-minute countdown. And he's going to have 2,000 people looking at the countdown. That's how popular Cyril is. No one has that pool in StarCraft besides Yona. Yona's stream is magical. He goes live every 6 months. 2,000 people are watching a countdown. He is that cool. And you know what? Rightfully so. Round 2.
Round 2. Fight!
Artosis, his stream does very well. And Artosis is very popular. But Cyril's stream right now... If tomorrow Artosis and Cyril go live at the same time, I can guarantee you that Cyril has more viewers. Top left side of Oceanborn. We are looking at the main base of the Ukrainian Protoss. Still confident, says it's going to be a 3-1. This is Michnek, aka Michi. I like Michi, by the way. It sounds nice. Bottom right side, a Bulgarian legend. He used to be very active, streamed a lot, always participated in these open qualifiers, Wardy Cups, etc. He's been gone from the game for a while, but he stated that he was enjoying it after playing some Stormgate. He said, I want to play some Starcraft again. I saw it and I said, alright, time for some big brain bouts immediately. He's like, oh, but I'm going to be bad. I was like, don't worry, mate. I won't give you a 6k opponent. Let's find somebody that can give you a competitive series. And so far, this man is off to a good start. But it was a close game. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0. This is Nitix. That was a fucking long intro, Kevin. Second curse word of the night. Unbelievable. What am I doing, guys?
That's fucking illegal.
That one is okay, though. Because that's not me, that's Uncle Dana. Back-to-back hatch blocks. Put $1 in the jar. What are we going to use that jar for, though, mate? Back-to-back hatch blocks. Pylon, second pylon is a lot quicker this time around. I don't think he was that far behind. Obviously, wow, what? What? Guys, hatch, hatch, hatch. Okay. For a Ruddy Monday whiskey. We can have a whiskey on the Friday night as well. I'm an adult. It is allowed. I was gonna have one, but I didn't want to start too early. I think with whiskeys you need to time it out well, you know. Having a whiskey in the second to last series and then having one more for the final one, that's okay. But you don't want to start at 6 if you potentially go to like 10:30. That's not very smart. There was a lot of hatcheries, guys, before the first spawning pool. Kind of feel that the first 2 adepts have real potential here. I wouldn't even hate a chrono, exactly. First one is already getting chroned out. Kill that drone, mate, and make a second adept. Ooh, the Zealot, by the way, who ran to the other side of the map. And yeah, why not? There are no Zerglings, there are no Queens. I kind of missed this Zealot. Nice micro, though. Hey, that's actually pretty sick. Send them back to mining, though. Send them back to mining, Nitix. Alright, he's gonna do that. If that probe would have been with the Zealot, he would have killed so much. And these adepts still have potential. The first one is here. The Zerglings are in production, and I think the first links just came out. I really do think that this was a little too much of the Zerg greed. Our caster cats would absolutely approve of this, but I don't know if Rainer or Lambo would approve of this. They'll be like, yeah, that's not really a build. I like the follow-up with the glaives as well, especially with the way that Nitix has opened up. It's going to be so hard. That Clip Dormer is going to get picked off immediately. Michnek is off to a really good start here, guys, in game 2. I think Nitix got a little bit too carried away. Cancel the shade. I don't think you have to cancel the shade there, but I guess he wants the guaranteed damage first. And that's okay. I don't think that our Ukrainian Protoss looks very thrown off at all. If anything, I feel like he's kind of cooking. Still up in workers. He's going to get a few more kills. That drone as well. That's going to try to morph into an Evo chamber. The Adapt Shade will finish up. I mean, this is a really good start. He's playing clean. The kiddo's down 0-1 is playing clean over here. Don't exactly know how old Michnek is, but he's still pretty young as far as I know. Like 17 or something, 18 maybe. Nitix is probably double his age. Could have let it finish up if you put it here. Maybe even here is okay, but obviously you don't really have to take risk. First few roaches are on the production tab. And it's important for Michnek that he doesn't end up dying to some sort of a silly hatchery all-in of like a lot of lings, a lot of roaches. We have some extra lings on the way. I think if you drop a Dark Shrine here, you just never have to worry about dying to something like that. And I feel like having a Dark Shrine is always useful. I think it'd be an excellent DT moment, but he doesn't want to go for that. He goes for the Robo, which is obviously not a bad choice. But there is a world where... Okay, he's going to get the Dark Shrine too. I love it. I think it's very smart. Thank you, Smaroof, for joining us with the Prime for the first time ever. Hey, Jeff. The Adapt Shade is going to finish up. One Roach has just spawned, but one Roach is not enough to battle this many Adepts with Glaives. So obviously some lost mining time. Don't forget, it's still hatchery tech. There is no lair here. He's going to let the shade finish up. The Lings are going to have a very hard time. I love how he splits up just 2 adepts, guys, to kill some drones here. Actually, very well done. Kills 5 more workers, has created a 14 worker lead, and this Dark Shrine is 70% done. I think 1 safety shield battery in the natural would be okay. To make your life a little bit easier, mate. You can actually struggle here, by the way. He just warped in Stalkers. He doesn't have Blink yet. Uh-oh. These Lings have potential. As he just warped in Stalkers, but Stalkers are not the play here. If you have 3 adepts in the choke point, there is no problem at all. Warping in Stalkers there is a bit painful. There's a lot of probes that are going to die. Nitix strikes back as he's now going to get on top as well. I think that 1 Immortal is going to be good enough to stay alive, and the Dark Shrine is going to be able to at least push these units back. But he lost the Nexus. This was a Nexus he was truly not supposed to lose. Didn't have to lose. A little painful. Just a bad Stalker warp in. There was really no need to warp in 3 Stalkers there. The depths would have been fine. Waiting for your Dark Shrine was fine. Have 1 shield battery here or have a battery here and your life would have been so much easier. A game that looked almost over is now a competitive game again. The DTs at least make him stay alive, and you can obviously... That's a lot of DTs, by the way. Why do we have 5 DTs here, guys? Really does not want to lose this Nexus again. I don't think he will. You're not going to kill him. Alright, guys. 5 DTs is good. I like how this Overlord is still alive. That's why we warped in the Stalkers to begin with. Supply blocked for a little bit. And Nitix is doing a good job in droning up now. He's going from 54 all the way to 66. And this Spire, guys, is the Spire that to me makes a lot more sense than the one in the previous game. Because he saw the Robo. So he knows that it's Robo. He did see a couple of Stalkers, but he killed those Stalkers already. This Overlord is now giving him the vision that he doesn't have to worry about a crazy amount of Stalkers. Doesn't see any anti-air units being warped in. The Zerg hidden base. Yeah, it's a play. You guys may not see it very often, but the Zerg hidden base is a play. This game looks good for Nitix now. It's a real shame because Michnek was in a great spot. In theory, a game winning start. Does kill that Overseer very quickly. Nitix is going to make a bunch of roaches and he's going to supply block himself by making all these roaches. 4 Overlords on the way. Keep an eye on the hidden base. Can we just... This is a pretty good army to potentially just end the game. You can't really make a couple of Mutas and then battle 4 Archons. That's going to be a bit difficult. Do we have roach speed? Yes, we do. We have roach speed. We don't have any Ravagers yet, though. There's 1 Sentry in the mix. 4 more DTs, by the way. It's going to be a difficult hold for Nitix. No, I mean, Michnek is giving him time right now, so 14 more roaches on the way. A couple of Ravagers are morphing, but I don't know. I still think that this Protoss army can win the fight. It really just comes down to the micro. Don't do something silly with your War Prism, as 14 probes have died to a couple of Banelings on the other side of the map. So that's going to make this attack even more committed than I think Michnek already was. You got to go, mate. You got to go. Those Immortals got to get in range. Bit of War Prism Micro. He's going to pick up the first Archon. He's going to pick up the second Archon. So far, the War Prism Micro, I think, is very good. But is it good enough? Can these Immortals make their way through all these roaches? The Ravagers go for the War Prism. The War Prism is forced to move, but it does not move in time. The War Prism dies. All the Immortals die. And Nitix deals a lot of counter damage on the other side of the map with some Banelings and defends successfully at home. And just like that, the Bulgarian legend is taking the 2-0 lead. Damn, still got it. Still got it. Was in a lot of trouble in this game. Honestly, it's a bit of a shame, obviously, for Michnek, because this game was almost over. Was close to being in the bag. It's just that the Stalker warp-in was unnecessary, and then he took a lot of damage from the counterattack that he knew could have happened, because he saw all those links, he saw those roaches. Confidence is still there, though, guys. He's whispering me 3-2. I'll give the young man some encouraging word. Maybe waited a tiny bit too long in the end, but yeah, it's obviously always scary to step on creep, and maybe the Banelings that rolled into the third base that killed a bunch of probes there also forced him to step back for a split second. Yeah, that hatchery was very low on HP, but obviously just killing that hatch alone would not be enough, right? Especially not after losing the 14 probes, Spire done. He needed more than just the hatch. Then I think it's okay to not kill that hatchery immediately, because if you kill it immediately, the Broodlings will spawn, and if that's the fight you really need to win, you don't really do yourself any favors by letting your Zerg opponent also have some Broodlings. I think there is still a chance. Because game 1, I think, was kind of competitive. Could have gone either way. And game 2 should have gone towards Michi. He did a lot of things right in the beginning. Nitix is probably just going to build another hatchery again now on the other side of the map. So game 1 we went hatch, hatch, pool. Game 2 we went hatch, 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 pool. What are we going to go for right now, guys? Hatch, 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 pool? How many hatcheries is too many?
Round 3. Fight!
Top left side of site at Delta. We are looking at the main base of the young Ukrainian man. He's confident. I think he has reason to still believe because he was competitive. He was looking good, especially in game 2. Can we at least get one on the board and start our comeback? This is Michnek, aka Michi. Bottom right side, making his debut in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. A man who's been around in Starcraft 2 scene for a very long time. Ooh, he's gonna switch things up a little bit, sending out a drone, and he's going for a 12 pool as well. This is our Bulgarian Zerg legend, Nitix. Playing a pretty good series. I think he's running good as well, getting a little bit lucky that certain things are going his way, but all things considered, he's playing pretty good. So we have completely flipped the script. Instead of a hatch into pool, into hatch into pool, we have gone pool first. Into a hatchery in the wall off. And this is actually kind of annoying to defend. He's going to warp in a cannon, a fort. How do we defend this, guys? Michnek is the scouting, by the way. This is a very useful scout on the other side of the map because he sees that the spawning pool is done. But you can't really build all the buildings around this, right? How are we gonna defend this? We're just gonna warp in cannons and zealots and cannons. Obviously, this hatchery can get cancelled, and if it gets cancelled, the Zerglings can go past it. Nitix is expanding, by the way. But I guess the Lings will have a hard time getting past the cannon and a zealot. Which is where we're apparently going to build the cannon. I mean, this is not very economic, guys. This reminds me of Roddy attending TwitchCon and spending some time in the Westgate. Like, it seems fun, but is it economic? It wasn't. It wasn't at all. The hatchery gets cancelled. The Lings are gonna run past the cannon. Come on, let your zealot go, mate. Your zealot needs to help out there. You don't want to just let the probes battle by themselves. Cobblestone says, bro, Michnek is dead. I don't think that's the case at all. I have no idea how you can look at this game and say that Michnek is dead. Like, the hatchery is only a little bit quicker than the Nexus. Gas is only now starting. Like, this is not bad at all for the Protoss. Cobblestone, what is this observation? There's no way you can look at this game and say that the Protoss is dead. There's absolutely nothing that screams that he is dead. If anything, he has potential to kill 5 drones with his first 2 adepts and win the game. There's a Zerg. Oh, really, Ian Blue? You're pulling out the Zerg card over here, mate. That final act of the drone was stealing 5 minerals from the main. I will go down, but just in case this turns into an epic base raid and you're left with 395 minerals, I want you to know who won this. So we have a Twilight and a Robo. Twilight and a Robo. Meanwhile, Nitix has gone full cats on us and is now going for a 3-minute lair. 2 bases. Michnek is worried. Obviously, we see that he has nothing to worry about. But if you're in Michnek's shoes here, you're like, I don't want to shade out my 2 adepts and suddenly be surprised by 28 Zerglings with speed showing up. Or Ling Bane all in, right? But yeah, you gotta try at least a little. You gotta kind of test the water, send out some shades, and if it seems safe, then eventually you can just go for it. This is definitely quite the wall, but in his defense, he did not sign up for this wall, right? This wall was kind of forced by Nitix building a hatchery in his face. Oh, Swarmhost? Nidus? Really? 2-base Swarmhost? I think Michnek might just kill him though with 4-gate Blink Stalker. He's pretty good at that. In PvP as well. This does not come from a place of experience. Alright, it does. I've lost a lot of MMR. So Nitix is gonna drop... He needs spines, by the way, right? I feel like often when Zerg players do these weird builds, they kind of try to defend their natural with some spines. Couple roaches, couple spines. It feels that 4-gate Blink Stalker should just win the game here. It's even 5-gate, right? Or what is it? How many gates is it? 2, 4, 6! The Goblin! Goblin would approve of this. Nitix has no idea, by the way, that he's being attacked. He's just building some drones and swarmers. Let's go ahead and follow the first-person view of Nitix for a bit. He's like, this is gonna be fun. I'm just going to drop a Nidus. And then I'm gonna spam some locusts. Alright, now he sees the move out on the minimap and he's like, oh damn! I need spine crawlers. Yes, you do. He is gonna drop the first Nidus. He has gone for the full wall up, but there's just no DPS at all. Like, what's gonna stop these stalkers? We need the locusts at home defensively, but that obviously means we're not gonna deal damage on the other side of the map. Blink is 4 seconds away from finishing up. I think Nitix is in a bit of a pickle. The locust count isn't even all that high. We're building more swarmals. That is a very bold move, Cotton. Couple of locusts on the other side of the map though, guys, are gonna fly into the main. It's not much, but it's honest work. We're gonna kill at least a pro, probably a few more. But what is going to stop 6-gate Blink Stalker? These locusts are doing the thing. Just send it, Michnek. He is showing so much respect, mate. Freaking send it. Blinks into the main. 1 or 2 locusts are ready, but 4 locusts, no, just fight, mate. You have Blink Stalkers, alright? Okay, maybe we cancel the warp in, kill the queens. There's no anti-air besides the queens. I think Michnek should be fine here. Nitix is now going to try to spend his money. He's queuing up a bunch of roaches, but it's going to take a little while. He's going to drop a Nidus into his own main. That's a Bulgarian play, by the way. You remember that replay, Rainer? That replay I showed you of Vicky and her brother? Only Bulgarians. Nidusing in their own main. Why the hell not? 1 or 2 locusts are going to move forward, but I think these stalkers should have a field day. Just blink back one at a time. Wouldn't even hate it if you warp in a zealot or 2 here, and just like that, it is Michnek who wins game 3 after 7 minutes. Nitix's memes not working out this time around. Cowboy is going to be very quiet right now. He's like, if I don't say anything, there's a very good chance that Roddy is going to let it slip. Absolutely not, Cowboy. Absolutely not. You said he was dead. Like, nothing bad happened for him, and you said he was dead. I am not letting you get off the hook. That was a throw. How? Alright, Rainer is the neutral judge here. Rainer, was there a moment here on Side Delta where you're like, I really like this for Nitix? Rainer, watch the game. I think we can take the world of a world champ there. If there was any moment here in game 3. Okay, Rainer has turned it into a neon blue. Good help is hard to find. Rough. Resume from replay. I mean, it wasn't like over or anything, but it definitely wasn't over in favor of Nitix. It was way too early for that. Alright. The nerds are ready. Game 4, Alcyone. Back-to-back series, no trio. Some fun games. Haven't seen many mega long games yet, but definitely entertaining Starcraft has been played today, especially with that bonus best of 5 that we had between Baum, who just became a legend. I want to say overnight, but it was in the middle of the day. Who will forget about that performance? If you were here, you're gonna remember that. That was quite the start. I loved it. Alcyone game 4. The score is 2-1 in favor of our Bulgarian Zergi.
Round 4. Fight!
Bottom left side, the Ukrainian Protoss. He said it was going to be a 3-0. Then he said it's going to be a 3-1. Then he said it's going to be a 3-2. Well, he is 33% there. This is Michnek. Hailing from Ukraine. Used to represent Hot-Headed Gaming. But I think he left that team and he's now doing Hype 1. Hope it's going well for him. Top right side, it's our Bulgarian Zerg, who used to be a proper strong Zerg player in the European scene. Took a big break from the game, but he's back. Stormgate made him feel like he needs to play some more RTS. And I think he was very surprised about this tournament invite, but I said, hey, we're always looking for new faces. And he was down immediately. This is Nitix. Fun guy. Actually, if you guys use X, I definitely recommend you guys following Nitix. He's really funny. He went for that boxer meme. Not boxer as in the Starcraft 2 player, but an actual boxer. But he's like, oh, I'm so excited to play some Starcraft 2 ladder. I'm going to beat Cyril. And then the boxer sits down in his corner. Man, this 5.3k Zerg got hands. I love that meme. I'll show it to you guys afterwards. I know I do a bad job in explaining it, but that's just such a funny meme. I really like that one. It's a good tweet. Maybe one of my mods can link it in the chat. It's fun. It was funny. I promise. When I saw it, I actually like... Doesn't happen often that you read something or you see a picture and you start giggling to yourself. Well, I was chuckling. I was like, that's good. We have taken the gold, guys. Nitix has taken the gold first here. That is obviously a very popular play. Some Protoss players like to respond by cannon rushing. Seems that Michi is not going to do that. This is quite the wall off, by the way. I don't know how we're going to fix this wall off. I don't think we ever fix this wall off. I think this is just the wall off now. Gemini, give this man a link to your guides, please. He needs it. He needs it more than me. Like, there is no saving this, right? I guess you can build another pylon here. And then you can start the wall off here. But then you still have a pylon in your wall. Very early Roach Warren on the side of Nitix. Obviously, there is, like, it's fun and all to play a series again after you haven't played for a while, but it's still serious money. Everybody will tell you that winning money in StarCraft 2 is not easy, so a single best of 5 if you're up 2-0. One more map win for 80 bucks. It's definitely not bad. It's very hard to do that in general in StarCraft. So I'm sure Nitix just wants to end it. I don't know if this looks very good. This is apparently how we're going to save the wall with world's most exposed gateway, but yeah, it kind of does the job. He's opening up with the Void. That's technically a very good unit to build right now. As Nitix is on 21 drones, guys, and he's making 5 roaches. This looks bad for Nitix. Honestly. Michnek is just kind of reading him like a book. He's just convinced that Nitix is going to do something aggressive. He's maybe worried about a regular proxy hatch because he hasn't even really seen the gold yet. This may be the misread into accidental blind counter. I think that's what's happening over here, guys. I think in Michi's mind, there is a hatchery here or a hatchery here. And because of that, he's opening up with a void ray and he's building a shield battery. I think it's the misread into the perfect answer. And now he's checking. He's going to see a couple of roaches. He's like, oh, sick. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen. We have a shield battery as well. Like, this attack cannot really do anything. There's very little that these roaches and lings are going to accomplish. Now, Nitix does have the gold, so maybe you can make something out of that, but this is just not going anywhere. I don't really love attacking this egg, by the way, all this time, because now it's going to be a Ravager, but it's still okay. Shield battery overcharge gets popped as well, and I really don't know what these roaches and single Ravager are going to accomplish. Apparently a couple of probes, which is honestly a couple more than I ever thought they would get. Yeah, hard to imagine that Nitix is very happy with that. Now we do have the gold, fully saturated. And Nitix is... Honestly, these voids, by the way, they need to go on an adventure. Because there is no creep connecting these bases at all. So the void race can easily get a cancel. We had Glaives on the way there for a second, which I don't hate, by the way, but I guess he wants to go charge or blink, I don't know. I think Glaives would have been fine. I actually think Glaives would have been an okay-ish play. The Voids are going to find an Overlord that's going to try to morph into an Overseer. Going to go for a blink. I want to say, I think that's My least favorite of the 3 options at the moment, but it's obviously not bad. It's okay. Maybe with how late the upgrade is, it's actually better than... Yeah, maybe it's a bit too late for Glaives. Zealot Charge would obviously be completely okay. Maybe it's a little late for Glaives, because we are 5.5 minutes into a game. But the Zerg economy is all over the shop. It's gonna be hard to save this hatch, by the way, guys. We have 4 queens. First Hydras, when will they come out? Okay, that's a lot of respect to 2 queens, by the way. He's just waiting for Void Ray number 3, that's okay. I mean, these Voids can do some serious damage here to Nitix. First few Hydras are on the production tab. This man is just expanding again, by the way. He's crazy. Might work out, but I think at first we need to worry about 3 Void Rays that are in our face. We need these Hydras to show up as soon as possible. 1 queen dies. The Void Rays are going to use Prismatic Alignment, and I think this hatchery is going to fall. 1 queen is going to drop Transfuse. Is that good enough for now Hydras to pop? Here's 1 Hydra. Here's the second Hydra. 1 Void Ray goes down. Where are the extra Hydras? We only have 1 more. There's 1 on the production tab. I feel like it's just not quite going to be enough, as the Stalkers have also moved out before Blink. Michnek is really turning this series around, guys. The accidental blind counter, I believe, is what happened over here. The man didn't scout it, but he had a perfect answer. And he's gonna send us to everyone's favorite, Game 5. He was onto something. He just needed a warm-up. He just wanted to give you guys a series. Yeah, no, this was just as close to a build order win as you're going to get. 1 gate, fast expand, Void Ray, shield battery. What are you gonna do if your plan is to link Roach attack? If you would tell any Protoss this is what the Zerg is going to do, this is probably what they would do. You are as far ahead as you could ever be ahead while not being in any danger of dying. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Maybe if Nitix would have done it like in a different way, where you drone up a little bit to like 30 something and then you rally queens to the other side of the map, then you have a chance, right? Because queens are good against voids, but just attacking with only links, only roaches. If they have a battery, if they open up with a void rate, it's incredibly unlikely you're going to find some damage there. So game 5. How did Cell do? Cell won 3 games in a best of 5. He lost 3-1. So the most Cell-like performance. That's the best way to put it. Nitix is ready. Michnek is ready. Golden Aura. Final round. It was a compliment heavy ass ship. He was winning. It's not like he got bopped. He was absolutely winning some of those games. So shout out to our man Lambo, who's raiding us here on the Friday night. Did we actually already play Lambo? I DM'd Lambo about the UEFA Youth League, because I saw that Feyenoord, their youth academy, is playing against Bayern Munich, and I thought that was kind of fun. Even though I would like right now to see the 2 adult teams against each other as well, because I think that would be fun too. Final round, guys. Who's going to win 80 bucks? Who's going to walk away with 20?
Final round. Fight!
Top left side. We are looking at the main base of the man who said he was going to trio. He was down 0-1, then he said, I'm going to 3-1. He was down 0-2, and then he said 3-2 with a dot. This is the Ukrainian Protoss, Michnek. Send us to game 5. Obviously, he had a very good chance on Oceanborn, so he may actually be the favorite now. In the bottom right side, our Bulgarian Zerg legend. It's been a little while since we've seen him. What are we going to bring to the table here in game 5? We're keeping our drones at home for the first time in this best of 5. This is Nitix. You have a meeting in 7 minutes. Hopefully this is a fast one. Well, I hope for you that your meeting is not too long. Because the next best of 5, I know a lot of you guys are excited for Raid and Max Specs, because it's incredibly high level Starcraft. But I think Shameless against BATTLE actually has potential. I think you guys will be very impressed. And I have no idea who I think is going to win that series. Shameless is freaking good. BATTLE is freaking good if he's feeling it. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I actually think that's a really good match between 2 European up-and-comers that have both shown us some signs that they can take that final step into top 12 Europe. Maybe one day top 8 Europe. They're not there yet, but Those two kids are very good. Most normal start that Nitix has gone for throughout this best of 5. Mitchie is scouting it, and he's probably a little scared, where he's like, this looks normal. This looks normal. It can't be that normal. Something weird is happening, right? Like, no, nothing weird is happening up to this point. Beamer facing the wall behind the viewers. When I was in high school, I did have some tricks to stay up to date with some of the Warcraft 3 results. But we didn't really have Twitch back then or YouTube videos, so it's not something that I was doing when I had some responsibilities. And basically every real job I've had, it's always been okay to watch Starcraft. If anything, they always encouraged it. Whether I worked at ESL or NESL. They're like, oh, you're watching Starcraft? Good job. I was like, thanks, I guess. Tough day at the office. One gate fast spent into Stargate. We went Oracles on Hardlet. That was obviously somewhat of a normal game, right? That these guys had against each other. Where Michnek was just a little bit sloppy with the Oracles. I do think that is a unit that he's not truly in love with yet. I feel like he does better work with a bunch of gateway units in the face of his opponent than, you know, Oracles flying around and diving in on the right moments. A lot of these youngsters are always just very eager to attack and find damage. I think I watched a couple Warcraft 3 videos eventually on YouTube. That's where my Tillerman quote comes from. Because he posted it on YouTube and we all watched it. Everyone's like, hey, there is a Warcraft video on YouTube. And then Tillerman was playing some undead against human. The human army is better than your army. There is nothing you can do. Banger. Proper YouTube classic. I don't know if I can still find it, but love to watch it again. First Oracle has flown to the other side of the map, gets a single drone, takes a lot of shots, gets the second one, gets the third one as well. As those drones were on top of each other. Why are links in the main base? So that's actually a pretty decent little run by. So Michnek is getting 3 drones, but he's losing 4 probes. That's not good. And Nitix has queued up a whole bunch of extra Zerg links, by the way. I don't think these 2 links win the fight against the Stalker. The Stalker will win it. But all these links are going to run towards the third base. Pulsar Beam gets activated. We only have 2 Oracles. How much energy on this one? 25. This one has 58. I think it's enough. Whoa. The doors were open there, by the way. Alright, so we have Lynx now attacking the natural. Lynx getting on top of the third. This is going to be hard. We need to use our Oracles. We need to warp in units as well. This is going to turn into a disaster, isn't it? The Nexus gets cancelled. The Adept is very low on HP. The Adept will fall. We have warped in another... Oh, we have warped in another Adept, but it's not in the right spot. Why did we have so many units in the main? These Adepts and Stalkers are going to get surrounded. In the end, Michnek is going to be okay here, but he's floating so many resources. And losing the third base is very painful. Like, economically, it's still in a weird way kind of close, but Nitix just queued up 14 drones. It's a good start for the Bulgarian Zerg. Yeah, I mean, in his defense, he obviously did cancel the Nexus, right? So that's 400 minerals. Well, you get 300 back. Yeah, I think he was just a bit distracted. Oh, and he's so supply block, guys. Oh. The kind of supply block that you feel throughout your entire body. 62 out of 62. Money in the bank. Warping in the Nexus. Then warping in pylons. That's not going to make your build float any better. Shout out to Jarkmon for the 81 months. What about that RotterdaM music video? Is that still on YouTube? Absolutely. I'm proud of that. Some people think that is like something they discover. It's like, no. That was peak Roddy. I was young, in America, doing my thing, living my glory days. What's wrong with that? Couple eyebrow piercings. Let me be me. We all have to live a little, guys, when we are in our early 20s. I am proud of that video. One of the Oracles takes a lot of damage. It does not fall. Nitix is going to try his luck one more time. But that's not enough links. Spire again. Yeah. Kind of a good Spire, I guess. He hasn't scouted the robo though. These guys make they make brilliant calls. Now this guy queues up a Phoenix. Did he see it? He has 4 oracles. Why is he making a Phoenix? He's making a second Stargate and a Twilight Council and a Robo Bay. I guess he has not seen any unit yet that costs gas. That's a lot of tech, guys. 2 Stargates, a Twilight Council and a Robo Bay. He's just checking all the boxes right now. And a Disruptor. We are gaming. What is he gonna do with the Twilight Council? I wonder. I'd almost say that this is a Zealot charge moment, right? I feel like you kind of gotta go charge here. I think Blink would honestly be silly. He is gonna go charge. This is one of the oracles. A bit painful. So he's trying to check what Nitix is building. Nitix is going full Miko on us. Well, Laser doesn't really supply block himself anymore. How many Overlords will he build until these Overlords have spawned? I think we go up to 11. I believe in 11. Are we gonna stay at 7? Ah, that's disappointing. I wanted more. I guess he knew. So we have +2 melee on the way as well and bailing speed. What I'm worried about for Michnek, guys, is that he's gonna get overrun on the ground. He's got nothing at the moment that's really good in dealing with Zerglings and Banelings. He's gonna build a Colossus. That is good. What is this? Baneling drops? Ooh. Baneling drops into Phoenix, but he doesn't know there are Phoenix. But this man doesn't know there are Baneling drops. This is a strange game, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't hate it if Nitix makes a few more drones and goes up to 5 bases, but he's gonna try to find some damage over here. Here comes the Bane train. Seems that Michi has seen it, but here come Roaches and Lings and Ravages as well. Nope. They don't drop into the natural. The Phoenixes are coming, but the Banelings will still get dropped. Here come the Banes. First Bane, 2 Banelings connect with 2. In the end, it's only 4. Second set of Banelings. A little bit late on the unload there, but it's okay. I guess overall good defense. No, Nitix is supply blocked again. I wouldn't hate a 5th base, Nitix. I wouldn't hate a 5th base and a hive. He's gonna make Corruptors. Now that's wild, guys. Thank you to Angry. Is that my Polish Terran Angry? Welcome, mate. Very sweet of you. You wanna play in the BBB? We can make that happen. A Twitch Prime and a Dream. First few Mutas fly into the main. I'm joking, obviously. But Angry would be a good player. But I think he's already played once. These Mutas, by the way, guys, even though we went double Stargate, Phoenix find so much damage. That is 15 probes going down. That's painful. Nitix has gone full Wings of Liberty on us. He's just like 4 base. A bit of everything. 2 Infestors. +2 melee. Some Banelings, some Roaches, some Ravagers. Some Corruptors now. Ah, the Mutas were sick. Now we go Void Ray. I was talking about Wings of Liberty. Void Ray Colossus. We have no extended thermal lens, by the way, guys, on the side of Michi. Nitix really needs to take like a double expand, mate, for all I care. You've got money in the bank, you've got a lot of minerals, you got no gas, just double expand. A lot of stasis trappies. These Zealots are going to get surrounded. How many Corruptors do we have? 5. The Phoenixes are on the other side of the map. Kind of feel like you need well, that's a lot of energy, by the way. So much energy on these Phoenix. Is there an answer for the Lynx? Why are these Robo units not joining the fight? Fire! Are they stuck? I think they... Oh my goodness, the pylon is preventing the Disruptors from leaving. No! Keep on attacking, mate. It's only some Phoenix. Guys, Michi is walled in. Michi is walled in. But Nitix didn't know about it, and he's afraid of a couple of Phoenix. So he's gonna run back. But then next time, he's gonna run into a much more powerful army. Now we've queued up 12 Hydras. To deal with the Phoenix, I guess? I don't know what is happening, guys. This game is wild. Nitix should really like double, triple expand. Because you've got all the map control in the world. Michi is kind of chilling. Some probes did die there, by the way. I think obviously you get a couple Vipers, guys, and you're cooking. If you're Nitix here, even if you're not very confident in the Viper, you land an Abductor 2, you drop a Parabomb. I think you're cooking. Storm as well. And +1 air weapons. This is, we are gaming. It's a bit of everything. 57 props. But the man has a Robo, a Twilight, a Templar Archives, double Stargate, making some Voids, making +3. Banelings? That's a lot of Banelings! Oh, can they escape? I don't think they can escape. They are stuck. Say goodbye to pretty much your entire mineral line as 21 additional workers go down, make it 22. The Roaches, the Ravages, the Hydras, the Corruptors. This is the most random gimmicky army ever. Like, did we find this at a dollar shop or something? Nitix traveled to Cali and he came back and he had a couple of leftover dollars and he's like, I'll take whatever I can get. And they gave him this, and you know what? It's kind of doing its thing. There are 4 Banelings, by the way, still chilling. They can connect. They will connect. Not this one. By accident. Oh. That Stalker gave his life for hire there. And lives. Yeah, the Vipers are now on the way, and I'm afraid that this entire army, guys, its worst nightmare is the Viper. Is there a unit that the Viper is not good against here, by the way? Like, I guess the one Stalker in the mix? This entire army hates Vipers. I guess the Sentries, but it's not like the Sentries are very good. Do we have High Templars there? Oh, there's 5 of them. Those are not Sentries, those are High Templars. So yeah, we can storm, we can lend feedbacks. Honestly, just spam 2 Parabombs. Don't even bother with Abducts. Spam a Fungo and a Parabomb. That's all you want to do here. There is the Fungo. We're gonna go for it. We have lending some storms. The Fungos are great. Where are the Parabombs? I don't see any Parabombs, but the Protoss army is disappearing on creep. It seems that the Bulgarian legend Nitix still has it. Here come the Parabombs, guys. Roaches, Hydras, Ravages, Fungos. That is going to be good enough. The game looked over, and it is now Omega over. Michnek came very close to making a pretty magical comeback. But it is not going to go his way. Here in this final game, he just kind of fell apart against the Ling aggression. The Ling's running into the natural, into the main. I think it just kept him too busy. He knows that he is that. GG, congrats. Nitix, in his first series in probably forever, gets a W. 3-2 over the young Ukrainian Protoss. $80 go to Nitix, $20 go to Michnek. I think that was a fun series, guys. Isn't that what community StarCraft is all about? And that means we can get ready for our 3rd series of the night. And we make a serious jump up because the next 2 players are freaking awesome. They're both really good. Excited for it. 45% of you guys believed in our Bulgarian. Gets the job done. And I see Full Metal Biggie, BG rather, in the chat. Bulgarians supporting the Bulgarians. I'm sure Vicky is absolutely buzzing upstairs. I hope she's watching. It's the first time ever we have a Bulgarian. Alright guys, this one is going to be sick. Honestly, if you watch a lot of StarCraft, if you play some high-level European ladder, you'll be excited over this one. That'll be a 6k plus German T versus Shameless, the new kid on the block. Are you 6k plus P? I think it's going to be sick. I'm very excited for this. Legitimately just very curious who's going to look better, who's going to win. Battleby has played a couple of times, has always looked good in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. Shameless has only played 1 time, and he looked damn good. He beat Akron 3-1. Akron is good, but Battleby is probably a little bit better. We also have an unban request, by the way. Let's take a look, guys. Is it entertaining? Take a look, guys. Is it entertaining? Take a look, guys. Is it entertaining? Take a look, guys. There's a lot of echo there.